Hello everyone, welcome to this playthrough of Elden Ring. We're going to be doing a 100% collect everything, get every emote, item, spell, incantation, yada yada yada. This is probably my favorite game of all time, honestly. I don't know if there's anything that could really hold a candle to it. I have beat the game before, I will say. I've never played the DLC though, I will say that. So this is going to be somewhat of a new experience for me. Definitely haven't done most of the side content that we're going to be doing in this playthrough. Doing all the side bosses is going to take quite a long time, but let me get the audio turned back up. I don't know if this series is ever going to be finished. I'm going to try to do this in 1 hour segments, I guess. So that way the video editing won't be too bad. I'll try to, if you've never played this game before somehow, and you're watching this video, I will try to explain simply how the game works and all the stats, compiled together to make actual final damage. I'm not gonna like bust it down to decimal points or anything like some people do, but I will just give you like a general synopsis. The starting class honestly doesn't matter. It just gives you a little bit of a head start on the build you're trying to go for. We're probably just gonna go for Wretch because it's a perfect example of how insane this playthrough is going to be. We'll probably go for Zoe Darkwood. And then I think I have a template ready to go. Yes. Okay. Perfect. I'm not sure if I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna start by doing all the cutscenes. I won't speak during the cutscenes. I don't know, maybe I'll mute or something. And I'll talk through all the NPC dialogue so you can listen to all of it. You probably don't want to, but you could just skip past if you don't want to.
The fallen leaves tell a story. The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering. A war from which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all. Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask. Fear, the deathbed companion, the loathsome dung-eater, and Sir Gideon Othmere, the all-knowing. And one other, whom grace would again bless, a tarnished of no renown. Cross the fog to the lands between, to stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord.
Okay, so fantastic cutscene. Pick this up real quick. I'll try to like go through the plans for how this is gonna work as we go through this. You know, like how we're gonna handle all the item pickups, find everything. I'm working off a spreadsheet I have off screen that's gonna help me pick everything up. The reason why we're not gonna pick up any replenishable items like somber smithing stones or regular smithing stones unless they're already in our path is because we're just gonna be able to buy them later. So it seems kind of redundant to pick all those up, the ones that are at least on the ground. I'm just gonna be real with you right now. I'm not good at this game, so don't expect me to beat this boss. I'm expecting to just die and get things done. That's usually how I die right there. I've at least lasted longer than I thought I would. There we go. Yeah, I know that it is possible to beat that boss, but it's just really difficult because that enemy is so annoying. I think it's called like Crafted Scion. So right, we can come back for the items that it drops later. Get our revenge.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on her side. We found her here after all. One of her kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring. Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
Okay, so good cutscenes for now. We are going to do the Cave of Knowledge. I'm not going to go up those stairs just yet. We're going to do the tutorial area, which I'm pretty sure is... Oh, apparently we're going to find God here. Just jump down here. See if this grace... Looks like somebody's starting on the hero. Probably a better choice than what I've started as, I'm not going to lie. This whole little section is just going to teach you like basic mechanics. I will not stop to read everything. Watch out for the guy that's up top. If you run by materials like this, you can pick them up. I'm not really sure how many of them we're seriously going to use. I will probably use some of them for a few bosses, just like cracked pots or something. I'm gonna turn my phone off after this. I don't know if the mic can even pick that up, but I bet you money it can. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Where am I going? Just getting the scenic view. Whack people with my stupid club. I need a sword on everything. I actually, on that note, I actually don't know what I'm gonna do for a build in this playthrough. I might do like a mix. I might like switch weapons. I might have like a few different ones I try out. Following the same stat build, but I got a few weapons in mind we can use. If you end up watching this and have any recommendations for some cringe weapons I could use, just let me know. I might try them out, see if we can make it work. I'm sure it'll make the bosses infinitely harder. Ah yes, stance breaking. We did it. Amazing. If you ever die at a boss, make sure you spawn at these stupid stakes. It'll save you having to run probably at least double the distance to get back to the boss. This guy is marked as a boss, but he honestly doesn't even really feel like a boss. He's designed to be like slow, so that way you can kill him relatively easily. He does have a pretty high amount of poise because he's using a great sword, but you don't really care. Just get rid of him. And this will get us our first emote. Expect a lot of cuts as I make sure that we have not missed anything. I'm sure it'll happen at least one time or another that I miss something. I might have to go back, but I will cut the footage in of picking it up and how to get to it. I expect that these catacombs will probably be the most annoying thing because a lot of them have like loop backs and like these weird what's the right way to say it? Tricks you have to pull off in order to make the dungeon actually progress. It's super weird. Pick this up. For cooperative. We're not gonna do any cooperative. Though this is not gonna be like a challenge run. We're not gonna say no mimic, no none of that. This is just a playthrough to get everything. We're not here to do no-hit runs. We'll use all the cheese strats possible to beat every boss in this game. And I will probably still not be able to do it on the first try. Let's talk to Var after we sit at the Grace, though. Guess we know how Graces work. Thank you, game. So nice to us. Yes, and the map.
Oh, yes. Tarnished, are we? Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring? Hmm? Of course you have. No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless. Without guidance, without the strength of runes, and without an invitation to the Round Table Hold, you are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity. Luckily for you, however, there is one shining ray of hope for even the maidenless. Me, Vare. Take care to listen. Are you familiar with grace? The golden light that gives life to you tarnished. You may also behold its golden rays, pointing in a particular direction at times. That is the guidance of grace, a path that a tarnished must travel. Indeed. Grace's guidance holds the answers. It will lead you tarnished to the path you are meant to follow, even if it leads you to your grave. Grace's guidance to Castle Stormvale, over on the cliff, the home of the decrepit demigod, Godric the Drafted. It's time you set off, I should think. To Castle Storm. If you seek the... It's to Castle if you...
Okay, make sure we get all the dialogue. Make sure we exhaust everybody's stuff. I just realized I've been saying his name wrong for a long time, which is actually somewhat embarrassing. I didn't know it was Vare, not Var. Vare. Interesting. Alright, we're not going to fight the Tree Sentinel right now. We're not that crazy. We're just going to pass around him. Maybe pick up some Roa fruit. I've said it a million times before, but this game is just so beautiful. Played Dark Souls 3 quite a long time ago, and thought that it was never going to get much better than that. I've been proven wrong with this game. Alright, this merchant has a bunch of stuff that we're gonna buy. You can pick this for a crappy smithing stone.
You're tarnished. I can see it. But I can also see that you're not after my throat.
Not yet.
Then why not purchase a little something? I am Kale, purveyor of fine goods.
Alright, you just gotta purchase the crafting kit for now. You need all these crack pots, these cookbooks, the chainmail set, shield, and the torch. Actually, we'll buy the torch too. Should have enough runes for that. And we'll come back for the rest later.
I am of a nomadic people, selling wares as I travel. The land has been tainted by madness since the shattering of the Elden Ring. It's only tarnished like yourself, who keep things from drying up entirely. Let's say you're a very welcome customer.
Oh, don't worry. I will be taking full advantage of your shops. Yes, we know about the crafting kit. The containers are basically just portable bombs. Let's check up on our spreadsheet real quick. Okay, yep, we're good to go. Probably cut that out, that little section I was looking, but I know really. Oh, my habit's already telling me to pull out torrent, and I don't have torrent. That's not really what I should be doing. Not much longer now. I think I'll probably just farm this Lord Sworn armor set and use that as my gear for a little while. But I'll probably do it at the actual ruins up ahead that we're going to be going to. Never used throwing knives in my entire life, and we probably won't use them in this playthrough either. Unless some crazy commenter decides, hey, try a throwing knife build, and I will probably not listen to them. Because that is literally insane. I think they're only really good in like PvP, just to get like a stagger or whatever. Maybe stop somebody from healing. I don't do any PvP at all, so I wouldn't know that well. Although we will have to do invasions in this playthrough, I'm pretty sure. So that's going to be interesting. And I'm sure we will be invaded as well. Hopefully we won't win. Because I know I'm not going to. Usually once you get this far into a Dark Souls game playthrough, anybody let... One sec.
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina. I offer you an accord. Have you heard of the Finger Maidens? They serve the Two Fingers, offering guidance and aid to the Tarnished. But you, I am afraid, are maidenless. I can play the role of maiden, turning runes into strength to aid you in your search for the Elden Ring. You need only take me with you to the foot of the Erd Tree.
Naturally, we're gonna accept this.
Then it's settled. Summon me by grace to turn runes into strength. Ah, another matter. I bequeath to you this ring. Use it to traverse great distances. It will summon a spectral steed named Torrent. Torrent has chosen you. Treat him with respect.
Alright, thank you for all that. And now we have Torrent. Tell me about the pouches. So this pouch on the right hand side is your alternate items. I usually do Torrent on the bottom. So I'll do, if you hold triangle, it'll give you your pouch right here. You actually don't need, get out of here. We don't need that. There'll be some other stuff that we buy later, but we don't need to take them out right now. We gotta clear out this area and pick up a couple items. These spear guys are really easy to get behind. Actually attacking them from the front is okay. Immunity frames infinity. Bro just said your attack doesn't count. This is the Words from Greatsword. Can I use that? No, we need strength. We'll get to that. There's a guy in the middle of this area that has a horn. I don't want to alert him if possible, because then he'll call everybody to come pester you and kill you. He's a nice guy. You're probably going to notice in this playthrough I do a lot of running behind enemies. And that's because running behind stuff is such a powerful strategy. Because enemies really like to do stab attacks, especially spearmen. Alright, these immunity frames are crazy on the spearmen. Absolutely ridiculous. Alright, see if we can get the jump on this horn guy. Oh, the knight is there though. Luckily he has no vision or hearing at all, so. Nice, our first item. This is the map right here. You can find them at these sort of obelisks. On the map as well, you can find them at, oh, it doesn't actually show in here. They're usually around these these little icons, it'll be like an item. Not like an item. You'll know what I mean. We'll show others later on. They won't be directly where they are, but they'll be nearby. Sometimes. So we've got the sword. There's another weapon over in these. Right in those carriages. These carriages usually will have an item in the back of them, especially ones that are in a convoy. I can't get enough of these immunity frames. I don't know how that was the next step, but let's see about this. What is this? Flail. Yes. Can't use that either. We're so skilled. You know, there's a couple guys in here. And some wolves. Yes, hello, sir. Oh, perfect. Oh, okay. I love this club. It's just so good. It's such a good club. I cannot be set on fire. Fireproof. You're not dropping anything. All I can drop is their dang bolts. Prefer not to aggro both. Name of the game, just try to not fight everybody at once. Let's head down here into this underground area. Every single ruin, I'm pretty sure, has an underground area with loot in it. And we'll talk about Ashes of War later. These whetstone knives are extremely important. Make sure you pick up all these. Cannot go without them. Alright, let's see how this goes. Oh yeah, he's got some health. Here, buddy. Do your little stab attack again. I mean, that works even better, honestly. Thought for sure that was gonna hit me. Maybe I give these knights too much credit, honestly. But that should be all of the items for this area. We got the 2 weapons, the map, and the Ash of War plus the whetstone. Then you can come down here and get to the next grace. Which is, I think, is Agil Lake North. Agil? Something like that. Yes, Agil Lake North. Alright. I'm gonna check my spreadsheet, and I'm gonna farm up an armor set that I can actually use and not be bare skin the whole time. I will be back. Okay, I'm back. I got a Godric Knight set minus the helmet because I actually want to see my face, and we're just going to use the sword for now. We're going to go pick up a weapon to use at some point. There's a couple options that we can go for if you want to get something early and not have to use a weapon you hate. But first, let's go over to the Church of Elden.
This way, Tarnished. May I have a word? A pleasure to meet thee, Tarnished. I am the witch Renna. I'd heard tell of a Tarnished hurtling about atop a spectral steed, and upon looking into the matter, the talk, I surmise, is of thee. Thou art possessed of the power, no? To call forth a spectral steed named Torrent. Ah, as I had hoped, I was entrusted this for thee, by Torrent's former master. 'Tis a bell for calling forth spirits. Summon them with it. From ash and return to the Erdtree, the spirits will obey thine command but briefly. as they recall battles past. Now it is thine, to do with as thou wishest. Forgive mine intrusion, Tarnished. I doubt we shall again meet. But all the same, learn well the lands between. How long will it be, I wonder, before the Tarnished tire of obeisance to the two fingers?
We will definitely be seeing her again. And you can equip that ash now if you want. We're going to be using them plenty. We're going to need to collect a lot of runes here. So 800, 13, 18, 28, 34, 44, 54, 64. We need about 7,000 runes. Actually, no, we need more than that. We'll try to collect 10,000 runes about and buy all the necessary items from here as we go through the next steps. Okay. Sit at the Church of Elia, Grace, and talk to Melina.
This tiny golden aura is the grace of the Erd Tree. This light once shone in the eyes of your tarnished brethren, but now it is all that guides you. Or so I hear. You can see them, can't you? The rays of grace that guide you through your burden. Upon the cliff, a demigod who inherited a fragment of the shattered Elden Ring. If the rays of grace signal the castle, then the Elden Ring beckons you. As an ally by pact, I pray that you are fit to face the challenge presented by the ring. Upon the cliff, in a demigod, if the rays and the Elden as an ally pray to face the...
Okay. Accidentally skipped through that first line on the first one, but I got the line back just by restarting. Restarting. I can't speak. Restarting the dialogue. Head back to Agia Lake North. Just can't get enough of Melina, honestly.
Me? I'm searching for my purpose, given to me by my mother inside the Erd Tree, long ago, for the reason that I yet live, burned and bodiless. There is something for which I must apologize. I've acted the Finger Maiden, yet can offer no guidance. I am no maiden. My purpose was long ago lost.
That's cool, that's cool, that's cool. Hello, down along this road to the southeast.
Oi! You there?
Yes,
Could
you.
help us out, Cully?
Unfortunately, we have to.
What'd you go and do that for?
Just have to roll into that bush and he will appear. What did I just say?
Yes. I
As though-
remember. Some clod turned me into a tree. You were just breaking the spell, weren't you? Thank you. The name's Bok. I was pushed out of the cave. Told not to come back. Not ever. Then I ended up as a tree. Lucky you came along, really. Oh, what a shame. When they threw me out of the cave, they took everything I owned. And so this is all I have to express my thanks. I hope you can forgive me. Or, well, if you can afford to wait for a while, I could sneak back into the cave and bring back something of actual value. Then I'd be of some real use to you, I reckon. Right, but I'll need a moment. I'm frightened of them, so I have to gather myself. My knees start knocking, just thinking about that god-awful cave on the shore. Right, I'm...
Oh, don't worry, we'll be visiting that cave. Dude, these people are wild. Probably isn't safe to be doing this at night, but we need to get this beetle here. And for Ash of War, if you're at night, you're gonna have to bypass this knight's cavalry. It's going to try to kill you very aggressively. But we're not gonna fight him right now. He's a little above our pay grade. It is possible. Oh my god, it is possible to beat him, but if you're a little bit more skilled. But there's no rush to kill him. Let's keep heading down this road to the northeast. Let's see where we are on the map in case you need to know. Just keep going. The Grace is pretty dang far. Let's sit here. The Mistwood outskirts. Now, let me check the spreadsheet real quick. Alright, yep, right on point. So, we're gonna quickly go get this map, which is right here, and then we gotta pick up a couple things, so make sure you follow my exact path to the southeast here. Avoid the bears at all costs, they're less than friendly. Just like pretty much everything else in this game. The bears are particularly annoying. Here is the map. Need to pick up this cookbook from the side of this bear. They continue up the road. Don't need to pick that up. And then head up this cliff. Kill this. Take a ground slam, then head slightly further to the east. And pick up the spiked crystal and cracked tears. Head down to over to the north and head inside this giant stone building, which is the Siofra Riverwell. And it's been 30 years on this elevator. Honestly, probably gonna cut this elevator because of how long it is. Okay, 30 years later, we have almost reached the bottom. Get me off of this thing. Sit at the Grace down here so we have access to it later. We won't be waiting too long to come down here. There's a lot of underground areas we have to go to, but for right now, we're gonna put that on hold. Head back to the Mistwood outskirts on the surface, and then we gotta do an NPC part. We gotta head to these ruins right here. So we're gonna head over there. Once you hear that howl audio, I'm hoping you guys can hear that. Then you've activated the start of the blind quest line. Just get off your horse and be very careful as you walk through these ruins. There's only one item we really need to pick up. God. These stupid bats. Where are you go? Okay, fine. Bye. Stupid bats. Gotta sneak to the other side of the bear and then just crouch, slip by him. Head down here. Open this up. And this will be your first talisman. The axe talisman, which you can't equip. It just yeah, it enhances your charge attack, so any attacks that are basically held down and then swing, all the same thing. You now actually have to go all the way back to Church of Ellen before you can continue this quest line. Why, I don't know.
Wait, weren't you... Well, you're back. Care to buy something?
Actually, no. I want to ask about the howling.
The howl of a wolf. In the Mistwood. I suppose he must still be skulking about. I know. Why not meet him for yourself? Next time you hear the wolves howl, make this signal right under the source. Ah, don't fret. There is nothing to fear. I just have an inkling the two of you might hit it off. Goodbye for now.
Alright, and that is exactly the emote we need. Gotta snap him down, head back to Mistwood, and all the way back to the ruins again. I'm probably gonna do. Actually, I could even cut this out. Me running back to the ruins. But I'll see if I can do that for a lot of other parts of the playthrough. Cut down on the time. Okay, so right on this side of the ruins, like the northeast, or sorry, northwest side of the ruins, not northeast. Come right in this little area right here. I don't think it really matters. In your pause menu, you just gotta change one of your gestures to the finger snap, and then just use it. And Bly will come down.
Who goes there? Carly sent you, did he? Ever the bloody busybody. Maybe to him you don't seem so strange. The name's Blythe. I'm looking for a man who goes by Darrowell. He fled somewhere nearby. Or so I've heard. Come and tell me if you find him before I do. I can offer you ample reward. Darrowell is nothing but a traitor, and in need of a fitting end to his tale. Darrowell, and in need...
Yeah, he's just searching for Darrowell, which we will do soon. Just teleport back to Igea Lake North. Check the spreadsheet here. We've actually got a lot of steps done. Okay, yes. So, now you check that out. Head all the way to the south. I don't know if it's faster from Mistwood Outskirts, but it's just another grace we gotta get to that's pretty far away. Let's run through the water. Say hi to the crabs while we're at it. There's an Ash of War you can pick up right in the middle of the water. Just be aware you're gonna get ambushed by like 2 crabs. So make sure you kill it quickly. Excuse me guys, just don't mind me. And the next grace is right up here. See, in relation to Igea Lake, it's right about here. And let's get to that Blythe questline. If you want the foot soldier set, you can collect it from these guys right over here. Just gonna ignore them for now though. Head up this cliff to the south. And we're gonna enter this Everjail. Walking next to that blue light will summon the boss and all these Everjails. For right now, we want to actually summon Blythe so that we can continue his little quest line. I don't actually know if you have to summon him for this, but I would just to be safe because he does give you an item.
Darrowell. Rotting in a cell is no true justice. No.
Let's get this done, Blythe.
This is where it ends for you.
Well, I can pretty much solo this fight, so if you just want to play it safe, you can just let him do most of the work. But I would help him out. Just basically prioritize your own safety. Clyde, what are you swinging at, bro? you're making my sticky footballs. Thank you, sir. This is actually a very good weapon that you get from this boss. You can use it if you're into like great swords, but you want a little bit more dexterity with them. And then Blythe will be outside. Come and talk to him.
Right. There you are. Had to work for it, but it's done. Don't say I'm not a man of my word. Here's your prize. Oh yes. I should say, if you venture north to Raya Lucaria and come across a venerable blacksmith who's a little on the large side, tell him I sent you, and he'll be sure to treat you right. I owe you one, I reckon. That's enough. It's time we parted ways. That's enough chit-chat for now. It's time we parted ways.
That is a very nice gift, sir. Thank you very much. You can just teleport back to the Iggy Lake South. The next enemy we have to kill, I'm not gonna lie, is pretty dang annoying. If you don't feel up to the task, then you can skip it for now. I'll probably just cut to when I kill him. If not, you can come back and kill him later. If you come up to this cliff over here, to the side of the Grace, it's about like to the east or so. There's a guy up here. He's like a noble. He's actually faking. He's actually a bear. You're just gonna run for your life. And he should come to attack you. Just fight him out in the open over here. That way you don't have to deal with intrusions. Yes, sir. Come over here. This charge attack is probably the most majestic. Oh no, he's down. This sword does no damage. I got him that time. I'm just way too aggressive, honestly, sir. Like I said. Alright. Dunzo. Not too shabby. Didn't even have to go more than one try. These larval tears, I'm pretty sure are pretty limited in number. But you can use them to rebirth later on and like change all your stats if you don't like your build. I recommend collecting all of them just so that way you can, you know, flip-flop all your stats and stuff and don't get locked into whatever build you're doing. Some people will start with something and they'll end up wanting to change it later. Alright, let me check the spreadsheet real quick. Okay, got the gist. Head back over here to the Everjail. There's apparently a weapon that you can get by falling off the cliffs here. Right about here. That's very close. And then drop down again. It's on this body right here. It's the large club. Not that I would ever recommend that. But it is something we need for our 100%. Just let me get away, please. It's never gonna let me teleport. There we go. And head back to Mistwood Outskirts. Still need some more runes for our purchase. Head to the northeast. See an NPC up there already.
Is anybody there? someone who might be interested in rescuing the great Kenneth Height,
Not that I want to.
servant to the True Order, and you've come to lend me your aid, have you? Well, that's very kind, but no, the help is very much appreciated, even from a Tarnished. Despite appearances, nobility is no prerequisite to serving the True Order. You might have heard of me, Kenneth Height. Next in line is the rightful ruler of Limgrave, young Tarnished. I would have a boon of you. I want you to take back my fort. It lies to the south, beyond the Mistwood. A knight commander from Stormvale took it. A fool, and plumb mad to boot. Simply obsessed with blood. What are you waiting for? A kiss goodbye? My fort lies to the south, beyond the Mistwood. Take it back for me. Oh, I see. You wish to know the reward. Fret not. The great Kenneth Height is known for his considerable largesse. The celebrations will be lavish indeed upon the dawn of my fort's retrieval. Yes. Now, allow me to furnish you with a little advice. I would take great care to avoid Godric's Tarnished hunts were I in your shoes. That depraved lot are obsessed with sacrificing Tarnished like you for the sake of grafting. Honestly, Godric's nothing more than a jumped-up country bumpkin. Lord? Oh, don't make me laugh. First, he hid himself amongst the womenfolk to flee the capital, then hid from Radahn in that castle. Then he insulted Melania, lost to her in battle, only to lick her boots rather than die like a man. Has he no shame, the big girl's blouse? And to think, he's the blood of Godfrey, last of the golden lineage. Though you almost wouldn't know it to look at him. Yeah, I almost feel sorry for the chap the more I think of it. What are you waiting for? My fort
Okay. There's real dialogue. Head over to the north and to this little graveyard. These graveyards pretty much always just have like a stockpile of runes. Sometimes they're defended, sometimes they're not. We're not here for the runes anyway. But we are going to pick them up. Set up here, and this cookbook is actually what we're after. Then head all the way back down. And then head east to this church. That is not a beetle that you actually have to kill for an Ash of War. You notice how it's red? That will actually refill your healing flasks, and the blue ones will refill the blue flasks if you have them. So if you need some more healing, just kill those. Probably the most, well, one of the most important items we're gonna pick up. Then pick up these sacred tears to upgrade your flask. Set up this grace. Upgrade your flask. And then talk to Mel.
Spoken echoes linger here. Words of Queen Marika, who vanished long ago. If you wish, I will share them with you.
Yes.
Very well. In Marika's own words, my lord, and thy warriors, I divest each of thee of thy grace. With thine eyes dimmed, ye will be driven from the lands between. Ye will wage war in a land afar, where ye will live and die. Well, perhaps that might serve you in lieu of a maiden's guidance.
Yeah, sure. I won't be diving too much into the lore. Honestly, I don't really understand it that much. At least what she was talking about in regards to America, it was something to do with her sending away, I think it was Godfrey and the Tarnished, away from the land between, or the area where the Elden Tree is. For some reason, I can't remember why. We got Sacred Blade over there. I'm just heading back so that way I can rest, and I need to verify our progress here. Just give me one moment. Okay, I'm back. I've decided that we're actually getting a little bit time limited for this episode. We're getting close to that 1 hour mark for the footage. So for the end of this, we're just going to do a little bit of cleanup. I've decided we're going to buy out 2 merchants, not just one. So I'm at Kali right now at the Church of Ella. You're going to need 15,000 runes for these buys. So however you want to do that, you can go anywhere that we have previously explored to get the runes, kill enemies in general. Just avoid the lake and avoid any areas that are too far away from where we've gone. If you end up running into something and killing it, it's not that big of a deal. Just make sure you don't exit this starter area. Pretty much anything in this area is free game if you want to jump ahead, get an item around this area, or kill a boss early, like the Knight's Cavalry that we mentioned before. But once you have the 15,000 runes, just head over to Kale.
Well, you're back.
And you're going to buy the telescope, the 3 cracked pots, which we may or may not use, all the cookbooks, the torch, the shield, the chain set, which you can wear if you really want. None of the other stuff really matters.
Goodbye.
And then you're going to head all the way down. You're going to head over to Mistwood Outskirts. And then you're going to head to this location down here. You notice I've already walked there just so you can see the location. You can mark it if you want, or you can just head there if you're pretty good with navigating. I will make a quick cut to when I get to him. Alright, so we made it to the merchant right here. Accidentally picked up a butterfly.
How nice of you to stop by, please.
But we are going to buy, sir. Just buy the cookbooks, the hand axe, the shield, the riveted wooden shield, and the blue kite gold shield. We were 600 over, but 15,000 will be a fine number. Everything else is not important, and we're gonna do something a little bit personal.
What the devil's wrong?
He literally can't do anything because he just keeps getting stance broken. And the reason we're doing that is so we can collect his bell bearing. Once you kill a merchant and get their bell bearing, you can turn it in at the round table hold, which we do not have yet, but we will have it. And then you can just access their shop from the round table hold and not have to, you know, walk to their location. And if you're asking why did we not just kill him and then buy the stuff later, that's because I kind of just like to do it this way so I can keep track of the ones that I've done. I don't know, you can do it the other way if you really want, but this is just the way I'm doing it. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, that should be it for this episode. In the next episode, we're probably going to be doing a bunch of cleanup in this area. Maybe we'll get to that Knight's Cavalry. We'll see. Regardless of your reason for watching this video, I appreciate you joining me, and I hope you'll join me in all of the following episodes that I'm going to be doing, as however many as it takes. Thank you, and have a good day.